Hey, you guys. Thanks for being so patient while my whole face here is being figured out. The last 2 days I really took for myself, even though the channel was constantly on my mind, but I needed to rest. And last night I finally got the relief of everything that I needed. There was just a blocked salivary gland, and it needed to be relieved. So now I feel 10 times better. I feel like myself. I just still look like a chipmunk, so bear with me. We're just gonna see what happens. I need to get this energy out. I've missed you guys so much. I am so happy to be back. I've literally been laying in bed and thinking about all of these new lessons I can teach, all of these new things that I want to touch on, all of these new things that I want to talk about out of the Bible. And so it's just been really good to just ground myself and just take that extra time that I needed to rest here. So let's just get to it. Let's just see what's going on. And I'm going to point this down so y'all don't have to look at my face the whole time, which you can still kind of see it. But oh man, it feels so much better. I took like 6 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar yesterday between like 3 different water drinks, and then I had to massage it, and I just kept massaging all the relief somehow, and it finally just started to move everything. And oh my goodness. So earlier, like when I had my first video, we're just gonna leave that there. Yeah. First video, I talked about how like God was telling me something on my feminine side was blocked, and then like it's been twin flame downloads. Like, you guys, the whole time I'm laying in bed, I'm seeing just like, I'm meditating like crazy the whole time. There's just tunnels in I can see, there's just triangles going off. It's just uploading. So like, it really got this download, like everything that was blocked like comes back to this feminine energy that's being blocked by not saying the truth about these maternal qualities and these things that have happened with their mothers. And it was just like, what in the heck? Like, okay, that's been me. There's a lot of things I could say to my mom, but otherwise I've said what I needed to say. I still love her. She's never going to change, and if she does, then I wouldn't trust it until I really got to talk to her at 222. Same thing with my twin flame, but I know that my twin flame might have some maternal issues where he comes from too, because he was in an abusive household either. So I just wanted to follow up with that. Like, even yesterday, God was giving me messages about this twin flame, motherly feminine energy problems. And I'm like, wow, this really like resonates. And it's so weird because all this conjecture right now too, Saturn just went in while I was laying in bed. The Saturn conjunction. Oh, abundance is already trying to come out. Abundancy. Can you guys tell me back? I feel like I have so much energy. Oh man, I've never napped so hard in my life though. I've never napped so hard before. It was nice. Alrighty. Yehovah, where's that one right there? Okay. That is our secret message right there. All right, thank you, Yehovah. Can you just come on down, protect our energies? Let's see what's going on. Wrap your arms around me to protect me. Wrap your arms around my friend there. 333 right there on the clock. Let's see what's going on here. Whoa, this one's already trying to come out. I didn't even see that one flip. Yehovah, do you want me to keep that? No. Okay, well, the well is already trying to pop out. And so this is like, sure, let's take a deeper look into the well, or if you're chopped too far down, you're not going to be able to get up. And when we're chopped in wells, it's water. So I use this card as like, you're chopped in your emotional flesh state of mind, and we need to work on getting you up to your spiritual, mental state of mind. So I'm going to put it back in the deck, and we're going to see if it comes back out anyway, because you know how Yehovah's funny like that. Yehovah, what's going on here? What's going on with our collective here, our family? They just need your love, your comfort, your guidance, your protection, your reasoning. You know us, we've been through trauma. We need reassurance. We need these words of affirmations. We need to know that everything is going to be okay, Father. Whoa, all right. So we've got the bear coming out so far, and this is strength. So inner outer strength is, oh my gosh, you guys, I just dropped the whole thing. Oh man. Oh, well, just a few. Let's see if there's any more, because you never know me, and I always drop cards at that one spot. Nope. Okay, So the bear is trying to come out here. And so the bear, Aries is here in this deck, but it also makes me think of the Strength card and the regular Rider-Waite tarot, which would be Leo. So, however, strength is when the devil's around, and you need the strength to get through this, you know, trial, this tribulation that's coming, the sin that you are now participating in. You know, anything that you really need to ground yourself from the inside out. And when you're having a hard time balancing yourself with this mental stability versus your emotional flesh state of mind and your mental spiritual state of mind, you have to have the inner and the outer strength to be able to do this. You know, if you see here is like this kingdom of yours that's just been freaking frozen in ice because it's cold, you know, whatever I'm trying to say here, cold-hearted. It's frozen over because someone treated you coldly and you allowed that cold to take over and freeze you, right? So here comes the polar bear strength from the inside and the outside, climbing out of your shattering emotions here. Wow, I got Titanic in my head for a minute. You know, like, this is just emotional shit. You're gonna freeze to death, and your emotions, oh my gosh, my nose. Okay, well, confirmation, you guys. Your emotions will kill you. You know, they are not meant to be. We are not required to take care of our emotions. What we have to do, I mean, we are in a sense, however, what we are required to do with our emotions in general is to master them. And to master them is not to take care of the emotion. It's not to baby it. It's not to like, oh, coddle it. It's to lock it down, jump above, you know, have this inner strength to resonate and say, okay, I'm holding space for it. But now I need the outer strength to lock it down. Okay, this is a part of it now, and to be able to move on. And when we have, I love that it's represented as a bear in this deck, because it's just like that mama bear. You know, you get to this part of the strength of yourself that you really need to be able to stand up and say the truth about what it is that you really want and what you're really feeling. And when you're imbalanced on the inside, 7-11, you're not able to properly communicate verbally on the outside until you have this strength here, because then this is just double confirmation. Yep, this is what I feel on the inside, now it's what I feel on the outside, and there's this roar to it because it's righteous, because it's the truth. And finally, I feel like, you know, whoever's on the side of the screen here, you are really feeling like, okay, I'm really starting to step into my power. It takes strength to do that, but I'm really just getting this mama bear energy, you know. Let's see what this card was. Aha. Well, here's time. However, it is upside down. So something's just kind of stopped here, or it's gone a completely different direction. Now, look at all those spectrums, and you know, time is timeless. They're really, you know, do clocks even really exist outside of our 3D world? And when it gets to 5D, time, it's very timeless, because these emotions that we feel, these traumas that we go through, these burdens, these shadows, these wounds that we need to recover, they're always there no matter the time that takes place, because we refuse to do something about it in order for this to continue to move on, right? So now 3 and 7 is 10. This is Jehovah's scythe. There's the implement to cut. So time has stopped here, or time has stopped in that direction, and it has now gone into another direction. If it's not going one way, it's going to go the other, or it's just going to stall. When it stalls, it's still going the same exact way. But I feel like something is coming to an end here, and you're really going to need the strength, and it's going to be emotional. 5 plus 1 is 6, which is the Pisces card of the clouds. Clouds is thunderstorm. It's emotional storms coming in that you really have to ground and brace yourself under shelter. Jehovah's up in the background because there's victory up above these emotional clouds. These emotions at 9/11. Thank you, Jesus. Yeshua the HaMashiach is with us right now, everybody. Welcome him. Oh, he loves us so much. So it's just like a thunderstorm. When you're going through these towers, when you're going through these emotional breakdowns, you have to rise above the water, the rain, the cold, the gloominess. You have to release yourself through these barriers of emotions here to get to the fresh air where you are guided, you are closer to God, you are willing to know that, like, okay, I made it through all of that because I have this strength. What else can I go through here? So, you know, 10 and 6 is also 16, which is the stars. This is the celestial heavens. This is I know. This is having your faith. I also use it as the Jesus card. And I just told you he was right here. And he's really guiding you and saying, no, Jehovah's putting a stop to whatever this situation is. And you're going to need the strength to get through it. But you're not going to do it alone. You know, the well now, if you're taking a deeper look, you'll be able to know that you've been trapped into your emotions for too long, and now you need to come to the surface because Jehovah Yeshua is going to have your back, right? So we're looking at Aries here, and we're looking at Pisces with the clouds. Now also the 10, the implement to cutting, the scythe, that's Scorpio energy. So we've got some, you know, fire, water energy here. We really, really do. Let's see, Jehovah, what else is here before we look at the secret message? I don't want to talk too long, you guys, because I don't know what might start to hurt it. If I do chew too long, it does start to get sore. But I'm feeling pretty groovy in the meantime. What else is here, Jehovah? So, oh my goodness. You guys, I called it. I told you. So look at, here's this emotional state of mind. And when you're looking up, here's the water, here's the lightning, here's the rain, here's you as this fruit-bearing tree. That's like, oh shit, I got to dodge each lightning bolt, 1111. I got to dodge each traumatic event because I don't want to be stuck in this. I want to be up here where the birds are singing, where the birds are close to God here. I want to be rescued. I want to be redeemed. I don't want to be stuck in these clouds anymore. You know, I really don't. And so when this happens, this is where this mama bear complex I'm really channeling has to come through. Because look, this is what's burdening you, is all of this emotional baggage, sweetheart. That's really letting you just down at this point, you know. Oh, wow, look at this. So here's this ending, right? So the 7 and the 3 is the ending. You have a 6 here, and you have a 6 here. 1 and 5 is 6, 10 and 6. So now we have 16 and 16. You have to have faith to get through this whole entire situation here, you know, and that's literally what Jesus does for us. Jehovah, our Father in heaven, hangs up above, and he sends his son down and saves us. He's our salvation. And so you really have to have your faith within this. And if you don't, it's 1213 ascension. Thank you, Jehovah. My dear friend, if you don't have faith, if you don't have your relationship with God or Jesus, or if you don't, you know, Jehovah, Yeshua for me, that's how I directly connect with them, it's going to be so much harder for you. And you've already been stuck in this multiple cycle because it ain't going anywhere, right? So we just have 16 over 16 over 16 over 16 over 16. It doesn't go any further. And I'll tell you right now, 16, 6 plus 1 is 7. That's the snake in this deck, which is Satan himself and his, you know, trickery energy here. The snake's going to try to make you eat an apple and get you bound up and put you down in the basket and to plot you down there and get you down in the clay. So I'm telling you right now, this Jehovah's saying this negative intended evil situation, entertaining of evil thoughts, whatever is going on here needs to stop. And Jehovah's putting a stop to it, okay? Yeah, because we just got 16 and 16 and 16 over and over and over again. Now, if Jehovah allows this to go up because you're ready to step into your power here, like we've been talking about, your mama bear power here, and this can now go away, this 16 is going to continue and it'll go to the next step at 1331 there. Thank you, Jehovah, because you are his child and he is your father. And it'll go to 17, which is Gemini. It is the stork. It is a fresh new arrival at something. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a baby. There could be a baby in this situation. You know, take it as it resonates. You'll know if these trials and tribulations are yours. You know, don't forget to give me a like if it is, because it really helps me out. So the 17, it's Gemini. Right now, we're still in retrograde. We're going to be in retrograde until, I think, what was it then? October 18th. October 18th, it comes out of Libra. So we still have pretty much the rest of this month to really ground ourselves and to figure out what it is that's not working in this situation, that's bringing all of this emotional baggage. Is this... Okay, I didn't want to look at the secret card yet. Okay, so whatever this emotional baggage is right here, it's just this consistent vicious cycle that the snake keeps putting you down in, this frustrating energy. And Jehovah's saying, okay, I have this fresh new start for you if you're willing to just drop off the baggage, use your strength, and we can move on together here. All right, let's see what this secret card is. Alrighty then. Oh my gosh. Wow, Jehovah. Oh my goodness. Boom, baby. It feels so good to be back. 1511. I've missed you guys so much. I cannot be on bed rest ever again. So here he is. Here's Jesus. And he's saying, yeah, it's time. It's done. I need you to be still with everything else that's going on the outside. I need you to be still with everything that's going on the inside. Okay, we need to balance these spectrums. We need to balance what needs to end and what needs to continue here, because you do not have all of your clocks here on plates on your scales here. They're not all balanced. And so we need to figure out what plate you need to get rid of that needs to end here, no matter how emotional baggaging it is. You know, we need to figure out what's going to make you feel lighter, so it's easier to step into this mama bear energy here. Whether you're also divine masculine here too, you have feminine energies inside of you, and you know what it's like to have flight or fight response. That's kind of the same thing here. Mama bear, papa bear, flight or fight response. It's just, I don't want you to not take this warning here that's obviously guided and not make this easier for you when this spiritual redirection happens. Because this whole entire time that you've been stuck in this emotional baggage here, you've just been spiritually ejected. And you're not healing, you're finding something new, and it's just taking away all of this strength on the inside because of this baggage that's just burdening it. Now, Jehovah's saying we need to get rid of some things that are no longer serving you, which is weighing down everything else. It's not just weighing down time. It's also weighing down your spirit. It's weighing down these positive emotions. You're letting hate and fear and fear of just so many things. The principalities of fear. Fear of being rejected, fear of being abandoned, fear of being alone, fear of never being good enough, fear of never being a husband, fear of never being a wife, fear of never having a house, fear of never having a good life to look back at to on your deathbed, a fear of never having your life with the one person that you want it with. Wow. And 1717, 8 and 8, infinity. This is about your person, I feel. I mean, it's honestly about your whole entire life here. You know, you're kind of waking up to this situation here, because look at 6 + 1 again. We're talking about Jesus here, and his card, the snake's always behind him. And it's time to be done with it. It's time to, okay, I really need to stop sinning in the ways that are not serving me. I really need to stop entertaining evil thoughts. You know, I really need to stop investing my own strength and my own love and my own pride and dignity, really, into whatever is not serving me here. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yep, there's the stork right there. Jesus is saying, are you ready? 1811. Are you ready? Because I have this to offer you. Would you like to take it? Would you like to get well? I want to cure you. I want to heal you. You are so much more worthy than this emotional baggage that's burdening you. I want you to recognize your true self on the inside. Look at guys, 16 and 17 here. 7 to 8. 8 would be the coffin, the death card once again. Either way you look at it, this is an ending. And Jehovah's saying spiritual ejection or spiritual redirection. Okay. What happens when we forget to serve ourselves while we are grieving is that love is the most powerful vibration. But when we feel so much love at one time and it's not accepted, that principality of fear takes over and it becomes rejection, 1911, within our own self. When we grieve, it's not a negative feeling. You're like, wait a minute, how much medicine are you on? Not. Grieving is just love that has nowhere to go. When you transact this energy, love, out to somebody else, They are willing to accept it, and therefore it gets received. Just like you write a check from the bank and it goes into their account and it gets deposited and it clears. This grief that you have has not been cleared with the avenue that you are trying to transact it to. Either you're no longer allowed to, that avenue has been shut off, that 3D form is no longer allowed to be living. I am apologizing for your condolences. 20 minutes there on the clock. You know, there's just no way for it to be received. There's no way for it to clear out of you. So therefore it bounces back through the power of manifestation. And now it feels 10 times heavy because we've now called it grief. We've now allowed our mind to trick us and think that, oh, it's really heavy. They don't love me anymore. I'm not good enough, yada, 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 because it's the principality of fear. And that's how the snake gets in. That's how he gets in, and he takes away your faith and he takes away your strength, because now it's become a den of robbers. Your whole entire heart space here, he's robbed it from you, and you've allowed it because of this emotional baggage, because you thought that everything that you were putting your time and emotions into here was worth it, when really it wasn't. For this person, it was damn worth it for you though, sweetheart, because you are still getting the spiritual victory. You are still going to be able to move on here. Okay, it doesn't matter what has happened. You are now knowing that you are resonating with this energy, that you know that spirit's been waking your butt up. There's this fresh arrival coming for you and you don't see it. Yep. 2 right there. This is so much. 2111. This is luck. This is fortune. This is abundance. This is a lot of money. This is inheritance. And Jehovah Yeshua have been waiting for you. It is time to make the right decision in your life. Otherwise, look at this. You've got a whole bunch of shit here that's going to go in the negative for you and just burden you even more. Look at, you've got little compass after little compass after little compass after little compass. Little clock after little clock after little clock after little clock. And then you got the big one. You got the big one. And he's burdening you right now and saying, okay, are you ready to break yet? Do you want to get well? Or do you want me to throw you into the well? You know, it's kind of what I'm feeling is he's, you know, Jehovah don't play games. And when you get to the situation of where you've been so brokenhearted so many times, it's like he can hand it to you, but you can't. He can hand it to you, but he can't help you understand it because he's fighting your free will too. You really need to just have faith and open up and allow yourself to continue. 2211 there, because he has a victory for you here. He really does. Whoop. Wow. That's going to be the secret message then. 2222. Thank you, Jehovah. 4 and 4. 4 and 4 there. Wow, 4 and 4. So we already channeled 1717, right? Which was 8 and 8. Now we're looking at 4 and 4, which would be a circle and a circle. Make 8 total. Be infinity right there. Jehovah has a brand new start for you, and it's what's destined for you. It's what's meant for you. You know, he has this whole plan because he can see what's going on for you before you even can look through it, you know. Jehovah, any more clarifications here? What needs to be stopped? What needs to be walked away from here? What is this emotional baggage? Yeah, emotional baggage here. Thank you. Thank you, Jehovah. All right. Haha. Yeah. Okay, so first card out is the Emperor here. So this might be your twin flame for sure. Otherwise, this is just a boss. It's a father figure, or it's just someone who is just, it doesn't matter who it is. It goes back to the boss, the father. It could be a grandfather here. It could be a boss at work. It could be the husband. Either way, this person's in control. Now, he can be in control in the positive stance or the negative stance. However, there's no control for him right now yet because we have yet to read the rest of the cards. This is just the divine counterpart in the masculine form. The Empress is the divine counterpart in the feminine form. So I really feel like this mama bear complex needs to come in because there's this divine masculine that has all this control over her. Now, oh, my right ear is ringing. So right now, the next card is King of Pentacles in the negative. So the Emperor has all 4 kings inside of him, and they all need to balance positively to move on to the Hierophant with the Empress, which is spiritual marriage, to be able to get this lover's energy going. If he's in the negative, he's not going to be able to resonate in all of those characteristics, 2411, to be able to move on to this spiritual marriage, right? So the King of Pentacles is in the negative here. We automatically have a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And I feel like he's just putting on this mask, like he's pretending to be something that he's not. He's also showing up as Knight of Wands here. And so he's pretending to be this King of Pentacles because he's really, really manipulative. He's really in control. He's out for his own gain here. He'll do whatever it takes to get to what he needs to have here. And he's showing up as a knight. You know, Knight of Wands here. This is the lowest vibrations. This is just, when this Emperor is showing up as a really Knight of Wands here, because he's not showing up at the King of Pentacles, it's in the negative. This is really his mask here. He is very manipulative in the most lowest vibrational sense. These emotions, physically, verbally, financially, sexually, just all of it. He's just manipulative in all of it because he's a very smart, controlling man here. Now, this would make sense as to why none of this is moving on and none of this emotional baggage is easy to clear, because he is so manipulative that he has so much control over you. Four of Pentacles, here it is, and it's in the negative. You know, this is what is blocking your energy. And this Emperor that has this control over you, you know, it might be a work situation since the King of Pentacles is here and there's two masks. However, I really don't feel like it is. I really feel like it's this person that promised you the world, promised you happily ever after. But really, he's just a player. He's just in and out, in and out. He's trying to act older than he really is, and between the ages of 35 or older, when he's really showing up as 25 to 35 here. You know, he might have dark hair or red hair here. He might have a beard. Yeah, weird. I don't know why I'm picking that up in my spirit right now. Either way. So here's this Four of Pentacles, and this is just the control. If it's just, is it good control or a bad control? Are you able to balance it out and let it serve you in this proper way? And this is showing up in the negative, sweetheart. So no, this person's control is not serving you. It is, you are not able, you will never be able to put your control over them, and therefore you have to leave. You need to walk away from the situation. If you can't put any of your judgment into it, if you cannot put any of your positive energy into it to change their direction towards you, you're never going to win. Why are you watering an empty cup? You know, it's like bottomless steak fries or Red Robin. It's always free, no matter how stale they are. You still want them. You know, like, you're worth more than that. And I'll tell you why, because what else is it blocking you from? This control that he has over you, that you are not able to. This is why the strength is coming up now. Thank you, Jehovah. Once again, this earth signs energy here. This earth signs energy here. Okay, this earth signs energy here. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You need this inner and outer strength, this mama bear complex that I channeled, to be able to overpower this Emperor, because you're not going to get this fresh new start. The truth. None of this is going to happen for you until you're able to walk away, sweetheart. Just go within. Ask Jehovah. I promise you, they will guide you. They will give you the truth, and they will set you free. And when you are set free, you are set free indeed. He won't even matter anymore, because you'll be able to sit there and see the truth, your light and your love and your faith within, and why you never invested in it before instead of this person. They have no good intentions for you. And even if they do, maybe if they do really want this and they're just like, oh, I want it, but they're not ready to put the work in, then that's cool. They can put the work in, and then they come back to you. Then they can come back to you and give you the proper control, the proper balance, the proper division of pentacles here. You know, you both need 2 and 2 to have a happy home. 4 is that stable number. And right now, you both don't have it. And if he's going to offer you one more, he's got to be able to mentally and emotionally stable himself out as well. And right now, he can't, because he's coming up as the Knight of Wands here. You know, Aries, Leo, Sag is here. I mean, you guys, it's all here. We have Gemini, we have Pisces, we've got Aries, and now we've got Earth. Yeah, we've got it all signs here. Okay, so let's see what the secret message is here, and then we're going to pull some scripture, I think. Let's get Jehovah's comfort on it. Eat the word a little bit. So let's see what this is here. Ha! Ace of Wands. Yeah, that's funny. That's really funny, because I was channeling this person, you know. This is the issue with twin flames. This is totally twin flames here, because the Emperor is here. Is you're ready for healing. You are ready for healing. You are realizing that Spirit's trying to wake you up, that nothing is going to work in your favor until you go within and you strengthen yourself with this luck, this abundance that Jehovah's giving you with Jesus. You're never going to be able to move on from this and heal until you take the time to do it, which time is your overall energy there, right? With the strength here. Same thing with the Emperor. He is nowhere ready to heal. He is nowhere in the same, you know, you are not coming up as the Empress either, and neither he's not coming up as the Emperor as much as he's trying. You know that this person is your divine counterpart. Both of you need to separate at this time. You both need to go inwards and heal before you guys can come together again. And I told you, there's a fresh new start here. There really, really is for yourself. But Jehovah's telling you, there's a fresh new start here with this Wands. Fresh new passionate start in the upright for you. Once you get a new start here, a new start in love will also come too, because of the infinity here, the power of manifestation that we've already been talking about. 30 minutes there on the clock. Plus, if he's showing up as a Wands here, I mean, the Emperor has all 4 kings inside of him here, right? So he also has all 4 knights and whatnot. He's not even showing up as a king. He's showing up as the Knight of Wands. He's not showing up as a Knight of Pentacles either. So he has a lot of balancing to do, 3D and 5D, but he is damn sure about how he feels about you. And how he feels about you makes him your Emperor. And how you feel about him makes him your makes you his Empress. And how you feel about each other makes God tell you, yes, this is your person, not the right time right now. You both need to go in and heal, and then this can happen for you if you do that. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Yep, look at this, the Fool. Brand new start. Look at that. Yep, look at that, you guys. Jehovah's ready to give it to you. So let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Jehovah, can you just bring us down some guidance here? Just eat your word. I like to help you guys eat the word 3 times a day. I encourage you to do so just by doing these cards here. So let's see. Let's see. Such beautiful energy though. It's like there's not really this manipulative energy besides this Emperor who's just confused in his heart space. And that's why this divine feminine, when you walk away and you decide to heal, it's going to force him to heal too. He's not going to be able to have this control over you anymore. So therefore he will grieve as well. And he will feel that rejected transaction. And he will have to take it and change that grief into loving himself to work and heal on himself just as much as you will. You know, that's the easiest thing to do is when you're walking away from grief. It's like, I still love him, but I love myself more. And, oh, love you. You know, just put it out in the air anyway. Who cares if they don't hear it or not? Because you can't keep it inside of you. Right? And this is exactly where this duplicity of this Emperor is coming in, is that he has control of you in the 3D, but he also right now has control of you in the 5D because you're allowing it on the inside. You're allowing it on the inside. And you're not going to have any space for him to come in and love you in the proper way if you're still holding on to this emotional baggage. And when you're working with twin flames here, you'll know. Trust me, you'll know. You will know when you start to feel differently and when you start to pick up on what they're thinking and what they're feeling. And this feels different too. And I swear, I've been picking up on this magnetic push and pull once again. And I'm just like, okay, you know, it's always communication, no matter what, whether it's physical or it's just telepathy or what's going on in my dreams. It's just, you're never going to get away from it. So that's why we have to master it even more. Okay. Jehovah, can you just come on down and pick through my hands? Nothing is too hard for you. And I would just love for you to give our Empress here the power that she needs with this strength here, this mama bear power. Let's just give her that comfort and that guidance. Thank you, Jehovah, that you're going to need to give her here. This one here. And that one. Thank you, Jehovah. All right, my dear. Or a divine masculine here too in your Empress energy. Just flip it however, kiss it and blow it away if it ain't yours. Okay, let's see what the first one is here. Proverbs 11:27. He who seeks good finds goodwill, but evil comes to him who searches for it. Yeah, I mean, if you both separate to heal, then you're both looking for good things in the universe, which is eventually why this Emperor will come back to you in the good. He cannot come back to you if he doesn't resonate with you. And if you resonate low like he is, you'll be able to allow him to come back. You're searching for it to come back to you, even though he's not well. Psalm 116, 10-11. I believed, therefore I said, I am greatly afflicted. And in my dismay, I said, all men are liars. Yeah, I told you, he's a lying to you, honey. Liar, liar. 34:11. Okay, so he's bringing a high arcana out. So Psalm 119, it all goes back to the Hebraic alphabet. However, each letter is a high arcana in tarot. And he's bringing out right now the Sadi, which goes back to the fish hook. This is Aquarius. This is the star is here. So we have all of this energy. And this is really funny because the star is just this divine grace. It's divinely guided. And this is absolutely watched over here because the star is also here in this deck. So thank you, Jehovah, for having my back. This also goes back in Hebrew to the fish hook. Our genitals go back to fish. And so it's like reproduction. So this is just another confirmation that this Emperor Empress really has this whole new start waiting for them. If they could just get their own shit together. They have children coming, you know, and that's exactly what Jehovah wants for a couple on earth. 35. Okay, gosh, shut my trap. Righteous are you, O Lord, and your laws are right. The statutes you have laid down are righteous. They are fully trustworthy. My zeal wears me out, for my enemies ignore your words. Your promises have been thoroughly tested, and your servant loves them. Though I am lowly and despised, I do not forget your precepts. Your righteousness is everlasting, and your law is true. Yes, hallelujah. Trouble and distress have come upon me, but your commands are my delight. Your statutes are forever right, and give me understanding that I may live. It's a whole new start, right? Philippians 4:4, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. And didn't we say 4:4 earlier too? Romans 8:17, and if children, then heirs, heirs of God. Heirs of God. Yeah. Inheritance right here. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ, if indeed we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. So look at that right there. And 16 plus 2 is 18, and in this deck, it's the dog. It's the loyalty card. You have loyalty with God Jesus right there behind you, no matter what. It's a 3611. Glorified together. Oh my gosh, here's another Psalm 119. Now he's bringing out the Zine, which this goes back to Gemini once again, all this brand new fresh energy here with retrograde, but this goes back to the Lovers. And I told you guys the Lovers energy was here with this Empress and this Emperor with the Hierophant having to come in. Oh my gosh, Jehovah, you are so funny. Remember your word to your servant, for you have given me hope. My comfort in my sufferings is this, your promise preserves my life. The arrogant mock me without restraint, but I do not turn from your law. I remember your ancient laws, O Lord, and I find comfort in them. Indignation grips me because of the wicked, who have forsaken your law. Your decrees are the theme of my song wherever I lodge. In the night I remember your name, O Lord, and I will keep your law. This has been my practice. I obey your precepts. Now, when the Lovers is here, this all goes back to decision making, right? It's like you have a decision to make. And right now you do have this decision to make. Do you love yourself more, or do you love this Emperor? Do you think that this Emperor loves you more, or does he love himself more right now? You will always love this Emperor, and this Emperor will always love you. But right now you need to love yourself more so you can treat yourself from the inside out. You can recover yourself with Jesus. And then therefore you can go back to your Emperor in divine timing with the fish hook here, the star, that's divine grace, and it'll all come together again because the Lovers is right here. This is destined, and it is definitely twin flame. Zephaniah 3:20, at that time I will gather you. I told you guys, divine timing here. You guys need to separate to come back together for the Lovers. At that time I will gather you. At that time I will bring you home, and I will give you honor and praise among all the peoples of the earth when I restore your fortunes before your very eyes. Amen. Yes, absolutely. Hallelujah. Of course he's going to bring us home. But that's how it feels when you come together with your lover, right? It feels like they're your home. And even if it's negative intended, negative heart spaces, you still feel like you can't be without this person. You're standing around this person and you have never felt so complete. It's like you're looking forward to that. And that's something that Jehovah wants to give you, is you always have something to look forward to positively. Haggai 1:9, you expected much, but see, it turned out to be little. See, what you wanted is not able to happen right now. What you brought home, I blew away. He's blowing it right away there, girl. Ouch. Why, declares Lord Almighty? Because of my house, which remains a ruin, while each of you is busy with his own house. Yes, you've let this Emperor take your heart over and cloud it all up here, while Jesus is saying, with God, this is our house. What the fuck are you doing? Matthew 5:13, yes, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown and trampled on by men. Oh gosh, this is so funny, because when the star comes up in the bitter, or in the negative, it's bitter, and bitter to me is just extra salty. And it's just like, this emperor is very bitter. The emperor is very, very bitter that this isn't working out. And it's kind of like you're bitter too, in a sense, but you're more emotional about it. This emperor is just straight up bitter. Proverbs 19:8, he who gets wisdom loves his own soul, and he who cherishes understanding prospers. Yes, thank you, Jehovah. Hallelujah. Wisdom is Jehovah's love inside your heart. He will teach you, and he will guide this along the way. He is your doctor. Hebrews 1:8, but to the Son he says, your throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of your kingdom. Yeah, which is funny, because the emperor and the empress, they both have scepters here, 40:11. And they both have thrones here too. I mean, you have the seat in Jehovah's kingdom, and he will give you the righteousness for it. But you have to be able to sit there and say, okay, am I deserving? Am I going to earn this? Psalm 32:8. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you and watch over you. Yes, I've been saying that this whole time. Also, many are the woes of the wicked, but the Lord unfailing love surrounds the man who trusts in him. Yep. Well, and that's funny, because that's King of Pentacles in the negative there. That's funny. Wow. Yep. You guys, have faith, please. Just have faith. Just cut it off for now. I know it hurts, and I know what this feels like, because it's the wrong thing to do. It's really the wrong thing to do. I get it. Yeah, 10 of Swords. For some reason, I had to look at that. Yeah. 10 of Swords. I know it feels like the wrong thing to do, and it's very, very hard. It's very oppressing, and you have to mentally master the emotions so you can mentally master your thoughts. But 41:11, good things are coming, and Jehovah has so many signs right here telling you this is destined. This is your twin flame. This is your soulmate. But both of you guys need to come apart to heal, so then you can both come back together forever. I love you. I will see you soon. Wounds into light.